Buckle up and take a ride with me through the wild, wild west of the Web3 universe, where we will learn all about coins and tokens, NFTs and contracts, digital real estate and the metaverse, and so much more. There will be a lot to get through on the block, but I'm here to help you pave the way and avoid those nasty pitfalls and rug pulls so you don't get hurt. I will introduce you to interesting characters and concepts as we go about this journey. Welcome aboard. Your ride starts now. What's up? Dr. Brook in the house, and we are ready for another roller coaster ride through the blockchain crypto wild, wild west of Web3. And this is going to be such a timely episode, considering everything that is happening in the financial markets right now, currently, as we speak. The financial markets are experiencing a lot of turmoil, right? There is a lot of ups and downs and waves and all sorts of crazy, but then there's all sorts of amazing opportunities, amazing things that we've spoken about in the past, right? This bear market is upon us. What we are experiencing right now is nothing that we've never experienced in the past. However, what's new to this realm right now is a lot of the cryptocurrencies. A lot of these cryptocurrencies have never gone through a bear market like we are experiencing today. And a lot of these cryptocurrencies will not make it. So it's important to understand, with all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the marketplace, and everybody running for the hills and taking their money and freaking out and not knowing what to do, and stress and cortisol levels through the roof, as a doctor, I get to help patients bring that cortisol level down so that they can make better decisions. Did you know your prefrontal cortex completely shuts down when you're in a high state of stress and that fight or flight stress response? You need that prefrontal cortex to help you with reasoning and thought and all of your behavior and modulating your emotions. We're going to work on decreasing the amount of cortisol first by starting with some breath work. So before I get started with any of this, I just want us to breathe. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Can you feel your neurology shifting and changing? Continue breathing like that for another couple breaths, just to help settle you in, settle your neurology, get everything more in a calm parasympathetic rest and digest system. The world economy is shifting and it's changing, but we've survived. We've survived other recessions, other things in the past. In 2008, many of you were alive and well during 2008, and we made it to the other side. We're sitting here in the year 2022, and this episode is coming out days after the Federal Reserve turned around and made a huge call to increase interest rates by 75 basis points, something they've never done since 1994, to try to really have that quantitative tightening to really help bring this financial mess that we're in into something that's actually like we can stop, midway through its tracks, or at least minimize the amount of like damage that's going to happen with inflation rates 8.6%. Last numbers that came out, new numbers are coming out in July 13th. So all that being said, understand blockchain technology. If we understand the fundamental basics of blockchain technology is going nowhere. Just like the internet in the early 1990s, or like the late 1990s, right? With the early 2000 .com boom, the internet is still existing today. It didn't go anywhere. It wasn't a fad. It wasn't just because things were rocky in that state of being, or that state of time at that time of our lives, it shook out a lot of the people that weren't supposed to be there. And it helped build up the companies that were intended to be there, that were built on true fundamental like properties, and not just this like inflating a balloon or pumping up a tire just to like get, people to throw money at these companies and then have them all fall apart. I understand the big difference right now. From some of you might be saying, yeah, well, Dr. Brook, there's regulation with the stock market. SEC comes in and regulates who's in there and who's not. There's no regulation with the crypto markets currently. And there is truth to that. But there's also a bit of understanding on our part where we can gain the knowledge to understand who has true fundamentals in this current marketplace, who are just, like in there that may not survive this current bear market, and what companies do we want to stay far away from and clear from and not even touch with a 10-foot pole. This is what I've been teaching you over the course of all of these podcast episodes, over the course of my classes, over the things that I share on TikTok, all of these pieces. This is what I want to share with you, the importance of this technology. This technology is not going anywhere. It's going through a shift in tides and many different things happening, but this is meant to happen. This is meant to happen so that the shakeout, the fallout can happen. And then the people that are meant to be here, the companies that are meant to be here, that are building stronger ecosystems in this space, can actually survive and do the work. So while this is a bear market for a lot of investors and people that are, looking at this as a time to really lean in and create long-term wealth, this is also a time for those companies that are building life-changing technology to build. This is a builder's market. This is a time when all of those cryptocurrencies and all of the stuff that's happening is going to really make a difference. So I hope the breath work in the beginning there helped calm you down. I want to get into some of the things to just remind you of so you feel a little bit more grounded. When the internet came out, we went through this exact same period. In this time and era, we're going through this exact same period. The things that you want to look at if you are continuing to invest in this market, which this is not financial advice, I'm not giving you any advice, I'm just expressing my opinions. And my opinions are, this is the time, if you can dollar cost average, if you can find extra discretionary income, whether it be $25, $50 a week, month, whatever, to put towards companies that have fundamental value that are not going to get shooken out per se. Earlier in the month of May, we had the Terra Luna crash. We had Terra Luna completely decimate the crypto market. And I wouldn't say completely decimate. I use that loosely. They completely decimated themselves. Terra Luna is essentially a dead project. They did attempt to try to come out with Luna Classic, an offshoot, a fork in the blockchain world, terminology fork, to help kind of, get people more like excited about their project. But I think that they lost a lot of potential investors and people who were invested in the original Terra Luna project. And then recently, at the time of recording on June 16th, a few days ago, Celsius, but Terra Luna was an ecosystem around stable coins. They had a stable coin that they were using as like creating an algorithm behind and trying to create, a sense of economy through that and having people put assets into that, and they couldn't withstand the sell-off pressure. So now we have another company just a couple of days ago called Celsius, which is a lending company. So essentially, if I have cryptocurrency, I'm going to use in this example, or for this example, because Celsius uses Ethereum tokens. So if I have Ethereum, I'm going to give Celsius my Ethereum token, and they're going to provide me a yield for providing them my coins, right? Tokens, right? So they give me a yield, and they turn around and they stake that Ethereum. So meaning they also stake it to get a yield on it. So maybe their yield, just for example purposes, so that it makes sense to like a newbie, let's say the yield they're getting is 20%, and they're giving me 15% for lending them my Ethereum. Essentially, they're getting a 5% gain without having to actually hold the Ethereum. Well, the problem with Celsius is, again, they, just like the others, experience a lot of sell-off pressure. And so then people are selling off Ethereum, and what they're using to back their staking is the Ethereum, right? The Ethereum token. And then people are pulling their Ethereum out because of all the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the marketplace. And Celsius is now, scrambling to like kind of hold their pieces together because they didn't anticipate the amount of sell-off pressure. So then it created more fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the marketplace because they paused all withdrawals. They stopped allowing people to take their money out of their staking protocols and out of their lending protocols and said, hey, actually, you need to lend us more Ethereum in order to get your Ethereum out of there, which doesn't make sense. It's almost feels similar to like a Ponzi scheme. Like, I have to give you more Ethereum so you can give the other guy who's trying to pull out in line in front of me his money back, and then you're going to get it from the other guy to give me my money back. It's like this ugly cycle. So when I talk in the beginning, in the intro, when I said I'm going to help you avoid rug pulls, these are the kind of things we're going to talk about. We're not going to talk about just the pretty, beautiful rainbows that this ecosystem or this world that we're evolving into, this Web3 world, is becoming, right? Because there is ugly in it. And while I'm all for regulation to some degree, I think there needs to be regulation. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the governmental overreach, right? Their regulation and saying these are the fine lines in which you can do things because they're looking to protect you and I, because they think that you and I don't know what's up, when all of these huge companies, BlackRocks and whales and people that are like putting millions and billions of dollars into this marketplace, they want us to run. They want us to hide. They want us to take our money, because when we turn around and we put up our tokens and our crypto up for sale at a really low rate, guess who's coming in to buy that? They are. They are coming in to buy that because they know these markets. They know these markets. They track all that technical analysis, those red candles, green candles, and moving and keeping things in line. They know. We have the opportunity to know, to gain the knowledge, to gain the expertise, to really make smart investments during this time. And I won't pretend to know the stock market. I won't pretend to know, swing trading, because I don't do a lot of swing trading. To be honest, I've just started getting into it and just trying to get a feel in how it works. But for me, I am a hodler. I hodl projects that I have conviction around. And if you've taken any of my courses, you know that I talk about investing with conviction versus emotion, because when markets happen like this, you're not fearful. You're not selling at like a 90% loss or an 80% loss. You are holding on, and you're actually still continuing to dollar cost average into those projects, because you know there's going to be a potential upside in the near future. So with blockchain technology, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere, despite the rocky waters that we're facing right now. And you just have to remain peaceful to know we will make it to the other side. Okay. This is a much shorter episode than normal. It will give you an opportunity to catch up on any other episodes you have not listened to, or maybe catch my full YouTube channel, different things that I've shared on there, different podcast episodes with blockchain, different podcast episodes for health and wellness, and other little videos I've also on there. So if you aren't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe below. Hit the red button, that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out and helps more people learn about how Dr. Brook is approaching the blockchain world and how we can all potentially benefit. Let me take that word potential, because we can all truly benefit if we do this the right way and intelligently and in a calm state of being, so our prefrontal cortex doesn't get shut down and we don't lose our marbles. Okay, guys? So on that note, stay away from Celsius, stay away from Terra Luna, stay away from Luna Classic. Don't get involved in those kind of things. But I will tell you, things to get involved in, even though they're coming down, is Bitcoin, Ethereum. Projects that I personally have a lot of affinity towards is the Kronos ecosystem. Right now, excuse me, goodness. Right now, their coin is trading at about 12 cents, but they are looking to build themselves into the number one exchange in the entire crypto market, and they are doing that very well. 50 million worldwide users currently. That is a very small percentage of the world, like people, right? The amount of people, the 7 trillion people or 7 billion people in the world. And but compared to other exchanges, they are definitely capturing a lot of market share. So Kronos, CRO, that is a token that I am dollar cost averaging into, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and some others. But those are some 3 that I will share with you today. And just keep it all together. If you need to, send me a message and go, oh my gosh, I just need you to send some love, let me know. Don't mind doing that at all either. So love you guys. Hope you had a wonderful time just getting to listen, getting a chance to take a deep breath and just learn some more stuff. So on that note, I will talk to you soon. And until next time, have a wonderful day. Congratulations. You made it through another round on the block with Dr. Brook. I hope you laughed and learned a bit more about this crazy Web3 universe, but how simple and fun it can really be. Would you be so kind as to leave us a review and share it with your friends? It would mean so much to get this out to more people as we embark on the greatest transfer of wealth that has ever happened in history. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We'll see you on the next one.